I want to show you how you can actually start your rice brand, have your product in the market, start making money before building a rice processing factory. I've made a lot of videos on this topic, and one of the reasons why I'm doing this video again is because I see a lot of people making this mistake that I've been shouting. Now, if you're watching this video, trust me, you are very lucky because you will not make this mistake. And believe me, you will start making money in a very short possible time that many people will be surprised. See, honestly, when I started this rice business in 2019, there was nobody to tell me in all these things I'm giving you. I'm able to teach this today because I've made a mistake. And the mistake is very terrible because before you know, there is no going back on it. And I always tell people that in business, downsizing is more costly. That is, you have gone so wide, then you discover that there was a grave mistake, then you now come back to correct the mistake. It's very costly. So it's better for you to start from the beginning in the right way and grow. So I've made a video. I say, look, if you want to invest in rice processing, the best approach is to push your brand into the market first. Now, this will help you to understand how rice business works in Nigeria. I've watched this from many people. Now, let's use Dangote for example. When Dangote started trade or started doing business that made him now a billionaire in Africa, the richest man, he started with distribution. He was importing sugar, importing cement, importing various products, food products, and distributing them in Nigeria. As at that time, I believe he didn't have the money to say, okay, let me go and build my own factory by myself. Or maybe he had the money because he's very intelligent and he can raise funds. But he did not start with that. What he did was start trading. He saw how large this market is. He understood all the challenges. He knew all the numbers. Now, with time, he started saying, okay, can I build a cement factory here in Nigeria? And we have listened to several times where Obasanjo have made mention that, okay, he was the one that even gave him the license, stopped importation, and made the whole country to depend on his cement. And boom, he made money. Now, many people can look at it and say, okay, if not for government. Yes, government came in, but how he started that business was the right approach. He have studied the business. He have used other people's product to understand cement business A to Z. I know during those times, I even be asking them question. Okay, if you buy this cement in the raw form and you process, how many tons is it going to give you? He understood everything before he started or built any factory. Now, when it comes to rice processing, I want you to approach it the same way. Wait. Don't go and buy machines. Don't go and build a very massive factory. And then, when you're done with that, you now start processing rice. When you're done, you will now be looking for buyers. Why I always tell people this is that if you want to set up, say, a standard rice processing factory currently in Nigeria that is doing at least, say, 30 tons per day, you invest close to 1 billion. This is not me just calling figures. I'm in the business. I've imported machines for different people, and I can tell you that it will cost you nothing less than 1 billion. Now, this 1 billion that I'm shouting that is big, you might not even have part of the machines. For example, parboiling section. For example, dryer sections. For people who are into the business, they know these are the most expensive components and they are the most important. But you know how they sell rice processing machines or equipment? They are different components. You're the one who buys them, assemble them together to have a processing line. So, for example, now, my own factory, what I have in the factory is milling section. I have color sorting section, which also has the stoner section, and I have the packaging unit. So you can see that I don't have a parboiling, I don't have a dryer. So drying, parboiling are done manually in my factory, and it has a lot of challenges. Honestly, it's not funny. There are many times where you will not be able to be consistent with quality of the rice because there are human beings who are cooking this rice, right? So maybe they cook the rice, it over parboil or over soak water, or the rice was cooked properly, but during drying it was over dried. Now over dried rice comes out with a lot of cuts, so you have a lot of bad product. So your first comment will be like, the first product I buy was good. Why is it that this second product you sent to me will have a lot of cut inside? You will not know what to say again. So those are the challenges there. But what I'm trying to tell you today is that I've helped a lot of people to get their NAFDAC number, to trademark their brand for them, and start pushing their product into the market without a factory. And they have never regretted this. I had one of my mentees who, as at that time I was in Kano, she came over to Kano and she said, okay, no, she first said, okay, I want to pay you to consult for me, show me how I can start this rice business. I'm in Kano, my brother is in the east, and I want us to be doing the business. He want to finance everything, so I need the knowledge. So she booked a section with me. We spoke. I told her, see, if you want to start a rice distribution business in Nigeria, the best thing you have to do is you go to Kano, go to Kebbi State, go to Taraba State, go to Benue State. Know how they are selling their rice. Know the process you will take for your brand to come out well. When you're done with this, you can now go and produce quality rice packaging bags. Now pay attention to this carefully. When you're done with your bags, you partner with a factory that will be processing rice for you, that will be packaging rice for you. So because you're based in Kano, there are a lot of companies, a lot of factories who are even looking for those kind of partnership. It's very legal, approved by NAFDAC. NAFDAC will come to that factory, get the assurance that the factory is the one producing your rice for you, and they will issue NAFDAC number to you. From there, you'll be selling your brand. Remember, the person who is packaging, producing the rice for you is a different company. The owner owns the factory. But many times, having the factory does not equate selling the product. So they have the factory, but they don't have the market. They are looking for, how can I sell this my rice now? And then you come in and say, okay, use your machine, process rice for me. Me, I know how to market. That is how to approach rice. And she started, and they are doing well. So she's in Kano. What she does is that she sources paddy, send it to the factories, they parboil the rice, mill it, package in her bags with her brand name, approved by NAFDAC, and send it to the east, while the brother handles distribution. I told her, see, if you're going to be serious with this, in the next 3 years, you'll be the biggest distributor of rice in the east. And not just east, you can extend to other West African countries, because they all don't have rice. I've been to Ghana, I know they don't have rice enough. I know they depend more on imported rice. There are a lot of countries. Now, even if you cannot even export, within Nigeria, you make a lot of money. So this is the same approach I've used and helped many other people. The first person I helped, that was in 2020 or 2022. I helped this guy to have his NAFDAC number. Currently, I'm working with 3 different people who are based abroad. They are not in Nigeria right now. So they watch some of my videos on rice processing. They reach out to me and say, look, can you help us start our brand here in Nigeria while we're abroad? You can process the rice, package the rice, and send it to maybe my cousin or my in-law. Let them sell this rice for us. Now, I know starting a business, managing a business from far is very difficult, but not with rice. Why I'm saying this is because you can control, you can even monitor. For example, if we produce your bags and send your rice to East and you're in UK, how are you going to monitor the sales? Very simple. We design a system for you, and we are living in a cashless society now, where anybody who is coming to buy rice from you buy with POS, his card, and the payment is coming to a central account where you have access to. So they can't tell you that we didn't sell. If they sell 100 bags, you will know But that's by the way, there's a system to monitor all those ones. I'm not making a video on that, but I want to show you how you can also start your own rice brand. Instead of building a factory, if you are researching on how I can build my own factory, I know we love to have our own in Africa. That mindset is there. I had a meeting some time ago with some people who are abroad, and they brought their partner who is also abroad. They were looking at investing in Africa, in Nigeria to be precise. And in that meeting, the guy was telling us that he is a marketing guy. So when he wanted to go into a business that he's running now, that is turning millions of US dollars, he met his friends who are into production and told them that, look, I'm the marketing guy. I'll build my factory, bring your product to my factory while I handle the marketing. He said he's making big money, big money up to now. He called the amount and the business is doing. I was just laughing. I was telling those Nigerian guys that this is it. But in Nigeria, everybody, I want to have my factory. I want the factory to be in my place. I want everybody to see that I have the biggest factory. No. Slow down. You have the biggest factory. But if you jump this process, you will have that factory and that factory will be dormant. Highest, you will operate that factory 3 months. You lock the doors, everything. I've seen a lot of closed factory now. I will not lie to you. So if you're doing your research, you want to go into rice processing, you want to start making money from rice processing business, I'm here to advise you. Slow down. Let me help you to get your NAFDAC first. Let me help you to build your brand. To have trademark your name. Say, okay, Billionaire Rice. That name, you can trademark it. It will be written on your bags. Nobody can come and use the name again. So like these 3 clients I'm working for, we have submitted their samples, everything is going on well. Their brand will be protected first. Now, let's assume, well, after we are done with this, maybe we should have the number before Christmas, by God's grace. Then they will start packaging their rice. They will start selling their rice. Their rice is coming from a very clean factory. You will not know that they don't own the factory. So this is the best approach. Start by first getting your NAFDAC number. Now, why I'm shouting this is because, you know, in Nigeria, our system is very funny. You might start packaging that rice in a bag that is not registered with NAFDAC, and you start making them. Before you know, one day they'll come and lock up your warehouse, pack everything for you. So it's better for you to do what is right. Don't follow that people to disobey the law. If you want to brand your product, the law says it should be certified. If you're packaging your rice in plain bags, you're selling in mudu, like the way our parents sell in the market, NAFDAC will not come for you. It's not packaged. But when you now want to build a brand name, that is where they step in and say, look, you need to be certified. So get a certification. All of these will cost you, I think, getting your NAFDAC, getting your trademark is around 700,000. And let me say total package 1.5 million. Is less than 1.5 million, but with 1.5 million, you can get your NAFDAC, get your brand name, print your first set of bags, package your rice, and start selling. When you sell your rice well enough, you can go and build your factory. Even from the profit you're making, if that business is going to be profitable enough, it should be able to help you save money. That with time, you can build your factory. You will now understand the business better and even know the equipment that you should buy. Many people reach out to me and say, I have rice processing equipment I want to sell. And there is one destoner, there is one polisher. Why did you even buy it in the first place? You were just excited with the idea of owning a brand. So you did not sit down to check the up and downs of the business very well. Now you want to sell equipment. I'm not like trying to demean you or trying to say you don't know what you're doing, but it's better for you not to destroy a foundation, but start gradually and build. Don't be in a haste. The world is not ending next week. I always shout this. So if you want me to help you get your NADAP certification, get your trademark, your brand, and start processing and packaging your rice and distributing without building your own factory, you can reach out to me on WhatsApp or my email, and I will guide you. I will help you. I'm the one that will look for the factory for you. I have a factory that we use to trademark people's, help them sell their. It's legal. You can Google it. You can search. You will see that yes, what this guy is saying is not illegal. NAFDAC themselves will come to the premises. They will see the factory themselves and say, okay, yes, this factory is here. we even certify them before, so they are the one packaging. See, this thing happen in a lot of brands. Just that we farmers or people who want to go into processing of rice, they don't know that this thing can be done in packaging rice too. So I've decided to share this information with you and to encourage people who want to go into. You can start saving your money with less than 1.5 million. Say, I think the last payment someone made for this was 1 million. It's less than 1.2 million that he paid, and he's going to have his NAFDAC number. The many other people, they also paid this, and their number will be out. They will have their brand. So let's assume you use this to now have your brand name, have your number. By the time you have set up your factory, your rice have gained a market share already. Your rice have been in the market already. So before you know, you will capture every home. There is no shop in Nigeria that they will go without seeing your brand. That should be your target. Your target should not be having the biggest equipment. Your target should be that in every shop in Nigeria, my rice should be on their stand. When they get into the store, they should be able to see my rice. That should be your target as a wise business owner. So thank you for watching this video. Like I say, if you're interested, reach out to me on WhatsApp and I set you up, help you to get your number. Probably before December, or even if after December, you have first secure the first step you need to take for you to start rice business. Thank you for watching. My name is Denison. You can call me your billionaire farmer.